Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Chloe versus the World. And I think I actually need to make a general apology for trolling everyone just constantly. I did in fact fake a showmance for a documentary. People keep commenting saying it's fraud. I didn't make any money from the pictures. Like it says in the documentary, we gave it for free. I didn't take any deals with the lovely Harry. You know, it was all kosher, I would say. And then I also brought George Clark on and pretended he was my boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend, even though like everyone in the comments is like they're clearly together. I'm just going to confirm that we're not. He's out here slaying Hinge. He actually asked me, he's doing, I think it might be a spoiler alert, but I didn't really care. Sorry, George. He's doing a YouTube video like rating his like YouTubers' Hinge profiles. I don't have Hinge. And he was like, can you just make one? And I feel bad saying I don't want to. I just don't want any dating profile of me like being on the internet. So I'm actually avoiding his message. So that's good. Anyways, cleared that up. I was just saying to Molly, off the back of the episode with George, obviously we stole something from the Sisters in the Cities pod about the chicken and the gorilla. And I suppose it's a more of a would you rather, that one, isn't it? Yeah, would you rather. I've got a riddle, okay? So this is probably for you, Mol. I have to remember it. Right, so Alfie is walking down the street, okay? He's on his way home and he spots £100,000 just like in cash on the floor. But what he does is he walks over it, then finds a piece of fish and eats the fish and then goes home. Why would he leave the money?
Alfie finds
£100,000 and he, walks over that and instead gets a piece of fish, eats it and then goes home.
Why would he do that?
Why would anyone do that?
And this is a riddle. He gets a piece of fish.
Yeah.
It's £100,000.
Like, why would he just leave the £100,000 and pick up fish and eat it?
Is it really obvious?
No, I didn't get it. Normally, I'm quite good at riddles.
Yeah, I feel like you would be.
Yeah, weirdly.
Do you know what I think it is? I was thinking about this with you last night. Like, where you get really hyper-focused on things, I feel like you work things out better than other people, like quicker.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That could be true. Actually, yeah, because I'm thinking of like, obviously I've got ADHD, so I don't just have one voice in my head. I have 10 million and a theme tune. Which I was talking, Millie doesn't have that, which I find it really strange.
Yeah. I find that really odd. I talk to myself in my head constantly.
I'm never not having a conversation.
Do you argue with yourself?
Yeah.
About like what's a priority?
Yeah. Like I went out for dinner the other day and I was thinking like, I don't want a Monster hangover. They're boring. I'm bored of them now. And as I was drinking, I was like, I drink water. I drank so much water throughout the night. I didn't have a headache in the morning. So
it does work.
It really, like, have a drink, have a glass of water. My mum will tell me that all the time. She doesn't fucking do it. Also, I am wearing a dirty tracksuit.
I think that's okay.
Yeah. I think it's stained. I think I've got curry on it, but,
Curry really stains as well. You've got to...
Yeah, but I don't know when I last had a curry, so... Oh. Anyways, the answer to the riddle...
Oh, yeah, the riddle. Why did he leave the fish?
Alfie...
Can I guess?
Yeah, obviously.
Was he on his way home?
Yeah, he's on his way home.
Has that got anything to do with it?
Not really.
Why would he pick up the fish and leave the £100,000?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sketchy money?
No.
Chasing him?
No. He's a cat. I really enjoyed that. When I literally replied to the person who sent it to me on DM, I was like, bro, like, you've literally ruined my day. Why would you just send me that? I was like, just tell me the answer. He was like, no, guess. I was like, I'm not going to guess. I'm not going to waste time texting you, replying to your DM when, whatever. So there was that. And then we saw the other one, didn't we? Like, I sent you.
Yeah, what was...
As a woman, would you rather be left in the forest with just a random man or a bear?
I feel like both feel like a risk of death.
That's what I mean. Like, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, can I run away from a bear? But can I run away from a man? Can I fight a bear? Can I fight a man?
I think
there's higher risk of the random man being bad.
Yeah. I think bear's going to want to kill you either way. But I think I'd rather be killed by a bear than a man.
That's a good point. I agree with that.
you know?
Yeah, I'd rather be mauled to death, you know, because how many bad things can a bear do? The bear just wants food. The bear isn't malicious.
Yeah. He's just going to eat you. And
he's
then
just going to eat me. It's going to be horrible. But this man, you know...
Who knows?
Who knows? There's so much left to chance. Yeah, I actually think a bear. It was quite easy to work that one out.
Yeah, I think a bear. I don't... yeah, because the man could be good. There is that chance, but I just don't trust it.
I don't trust it.
No.
I don't trust. Also, we're alone in the middle of a forest. Like, the chance is even lower now.
Well, also, like, chances of you get... Like, what if you just get stuck in that forest forever? Either way,
God.
kind of pretty bleak outcome.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun dilemma, but it's one that I was thinking about last night. So yeah, vibes. That's all the kind of games for today.
And that's done.
Yeah. What am I doing today? So today we're doing a solo pod. Then I'm going to have a meeting. And then I'm going to a screening of my brand new Channel 4 documentary. Untold. It's called Love in the Limelight. It's out on YouTube at the moment and all four, so you can watch online or stream it. And it will be coming to your telly soon. I just don't know when. So we did a documentary. I started filming
Can I say
it
quickly?
Yeah.
Because I make a brief cameo. But
She does.
I watched the whole thing and I am so ridiculously proud of you. Like,
I'm
so
embarrassed.
No, I knew you were going to be embarrassed when you saying that, but like, it is. I obviously know you're very good at what you do, and like I watch you do this like every week. But like I was blown away by you. I'm so proud of you.
Oh my God,
well done.
I'm actually getting really hot. I'm embarrassed. Thank you very much. It's very different to what I normally do. Have you seen like a lot of the comments are they can't believe my voiceover, which is a fair comment. However, what I will say is the production company I work with, Flickr, Ellie, the director, who actually deserves the most kudos for this documentary. So I was horrifically unwell. Like, I literally had the flu. I came back from LA, obviously jet lag was killing me, but I got really ill. And I remember Jessie coming on here saying she was really ill, but there was this one day where I was done out, and that was the day I had to do the voiceover. So I've kind of called my manager, like, we need to move it. I'm violently unwell. Like, this is the only time I'm going to say I can't go to work, because I think in this industry, people don't really, you can't call in sick. You have to go. You know, when I used to work in an office, I called in sick twice a month at least. I fucking hated it. And that was fine. I didn't care. But because there's so many other people you're going to let down, you can't do it. So Eliza was like, get in the car. So we were going to be there for an hour and a half. We were there for like 4 hours and I was coughing and spluttering. But voiceover, Ellie had already done it. So I knew the tone and I knew how it should sound. She does documentaries. She did Zara's first one. Like, she knows what she's doing. So when I jumped on it, I would just listen to her sentence and then I would do it. So I'm very good at mimicking. So I just mimicked her. So yeah, that was the voiceover. Was it good? It was really good fun. Like, very different to reality TV. Really different, actually. Like, I think, well, because on reality TV, my, take from it is that I just turn up and do vibes. You have obviously prompts, what you need to do, but when you do a documentary, obviously the tone's very, like, it is more serious, and also there are points you need to cover, and like, you're having a conversation, you're finding things out, and then you want to know more. Like, it's very different to like having a chat with Millie on Celebs Go Dating, or like a date. Like, it is longer to film, like, and the amount of like filming we did do for an hour documentary, I was really like surprised, because like Celebs Go Dating, we're filming for 3 months, obviously not every day, and that was like a month's worth of things. So maybe like every 2 bits was an episode, whereas this was like 3 or 4 days. It's like in a 15-minute segment, and you just don't know what they're going to choose. So yeah, that would like surprise me. And also like B-roll. I think not even documentary, but in TV in general, not just because of this documentary, but I know that I was talking about it the other day because of the B-roll. Like, when you watch TV, like, I obviously didn't know until I worked in it, but when you watch it, there's scenes where, maybe there's like pictures of your hands or moving. So, say if we were sat here now, we might cut to a coffee cup, or like me picking up the coffee cup. That B-roll takes, almost as long as the actual thing. However, did I love it? Yeah, absolutely loved it. And I think that's because of the team. Like, Flickr, the team I work with, they were just such fucking good vibes. It was so lovely. And I think we knew from last year, I knew I was doing it. And we started filming as I came back from Australia, basically when there was loads of press surrounding me with All Stars. And I remember the first day we filmed, there was an episode that may or may not have mentioned me, and one of the first scenes we had to do, like I just met these people, was Google my name. Which was it's so fun to do. But like, I think from that moment they were like, oh, and they really took care of me. Like they were so good. And because I was I'm very particular. I say whatever I fucking want on this podcast, and then I can watch it back and I can edit shit out, right? I can control my narrative a bit, although sometimes things go online and like they get taken out of proportion. But I will talk about boys. But when I talk about boys, nothing is recent. This is all from like 7-8 years ago. I'm 28, yeah. I've got life experience. So I don't talk about what I'm up to, you know, if I'm seeing someone, if I'm not. So doing the fake boyfriend thing, like I knew that would get loads of attention. Like I know, and I was scared.
Did you get many like DMs about Harry? And like, what did you say to people if they asked about, like, if your friends were like, oh, you dating this guy, what did you say?
Well, my friends knew. My friends knew, and I didn't tell them I was working on a documentary, but they sent it in the group chat and they were like, there's no way this is real. And I was like, don't worry. It's like, they knew. And like everyone
said that. Cal was like, I don't believe that Chloe is dating this guy.
No, like, love Harry, so sweet, but you know, I wouldn't see him in that way. And also, if I'm seeing someone, I'm not fucking calling a pap. I don't like the press, you know? It's very rare they write nice things. And obviously doing this documentary, I understand it's because what people want to read, which blew my mind. But I think the most like interesting thing was when I spoke to the pap, and I've never called the paparazzi on myself. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, whenever I've been papped, there was like one where I used to live in Epping and I was like getting into my car and I looked a mess because what the fuck. There was another time just after my breakup and I was in London, and I think I'd posted on my story I was in London. I was with my friend Harry going for dinner, and they were like, I didn't even see him. And then he was like, got all these pictures out, and then he was waiting outside the restaurant after like Harry had clocked him, and it was like Chloe looking upset or whatever, like fuck off, I'm literally was fine. And then there was another time when me and Millie were in Miami. This is really embarrassing. We were in Miami and we were like doing sexy, if you can call them sexy, like swimwear shoots on the beach, you know. It wasn't even a nice day, I'll tell you that. And they papped us like taking pictures of each other, and it was really embarrassing. So those are the times. The pap is like, he has so many people on WhatsApp that just call him, text him. Like, if they're going on, like, he's from Manchester. So like most people in Manchester, well, not most people. If you see people get papped in Manchester, they probably said, come here and take a picture of me. I get it, because obviously it's like keeping you relevant, keeps you in the public eye. But yeah, the amount of people he call, he told me that one time, I'm not going to name who it was, but he got called to do the pap thing and then she wasn't ready. It was like near her house. She was like, oh, I'm going to be about an hour. Do you guys want food or drinks? And she gave the paps food and drinks because she wasn't ready. And if you knew who it was, you'd be really surprised. So
that is crazy.
Yeah. This was a few years ago. It wasn't recent, but you know, it's smart. I think I like being a bit more private. I've had loads of comments like, oh, but you're being private, you done a documentary. It's like, you don't know what I had for breakfast this morning. You don't know, you know, who I just last WhatsApped. Like, you are allowed a bit of privacy. There's not cameras rolling 24/7. So that kind of annoyed me when people said that. But I think I was really overwhelmed by the response. I was really nervous because obviously I don't do documentaries. I'm not really known for being a serious person. And obviously I was really worried about what the press would think because we'd given them pictures. Obviously we didn't give them, there was nothing to say that we weren't two mates. And that was the point, you know, we weren't holding hands. We weren't doing anything like, and then even one Irish page who I'm not going to name, who I've literally not liked in the past, said that he was my boyfriend. Like, what have you got out of that? That's kind of weird to me, you know? So yeah, but I thought
it was really clever how you made sure you never like touched or like they were such platonic pictures.
You know what I mean? Like, I think it's really important. I hope the documentary goes across. Just don't fucking believe everything you read in the press. Don't.
I think Cara and Nathan were so candid. And,
yeah, love them.
Honest. And I like respect for them through the roof.
Oh my God, I love them so much on Love Island. Like, I love them, and I've kind of kept up with them throughout the years. So meeting them, I was like proper fangirling. And I think it's so nice when you meet some people who you love, obviously you don't know them, but you like love them online, and you meet them and they're even nicer in person. Like, Cara is so fucking cool. She's like a cool girl. you know, very chill, very laid back. And then Nathan is just how I remembered him on Love Island, like bubbly, chatty, so lovely. So, and they seemed like genuinely interested and they didn't care. Like they were like, yeah, we've done that. And I love it. Let's not have shame about things that we do like that. So slay. It did. I know I said I just can't work out if I would do a public relationship again. Like the whole documentary just really kind of inspired. I was so against it before because of my past experience. And it's, you know, we broke up how long ago? Like 2 years ago, like 1.5, 2 years ago, and it still seems to be a thing. Like, I don't want that again. So, but I do think if you are in a really like loving, trusting relationship, you can be smart and like make money off it. Why not? It's what you're doing.
Well, I think also it goes to show that like no matter how hard you try, like the press will try and find.
Well, that was like the Davide thing,
right?
wasn't it?
Yeah. So like if you are in a relationship and they're going to try and expose it anyway, like eventually you might as well make some money from it.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. I just think it's influencing is a girl's world. So you need a boy who's fully on board of that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether I'll be doing TikTok dances with a boyfriend ever again. Maybe that is my age though. Like if I was like 24, 25, I so would. But just like other things. But I don't know. Who fucking knows what's going to happen in the future? You just don't know. Oh yeah, so we had like some boys, but this was all just set up. There was just a picture and they printed out some like influencer pictures. Mark Francis was on the board. I love Mark Francis dearly. I don't know if he'd fake a showmance with me. That would have been really good. It would have been so good. But I think the good thing about Harry was no one knew, well, I'd never met him. So, you know, if it was Mark Francis, they could say he was my mate. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd never met Harry, but not Too Hot to Handle. So that's an international show. Obviously it's on Netflix. So if people were going to pick it up, maybe they pick it up across the world, and they did. I just remember Dave Reed saying they did in like the most random countries. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then he had like a few followers. Actually, the most shocking thing was that he got like almost 20k followers off the back of it.
No, that's crazy.
What the fuck? That's so weird to me.
Also, shout out Dave. His little role is
Dave.
so good.
He was so slay. Slay Dave from Neon, like slay. He just was so on it. We needed someone who'd be really honest because I think other management wouldn't want to do it. I don't know why. I don't know they'd be that open that they told someone to like rub mascara on their eyes and go crying in public. But then I do think if you're not actually sad and you do that, would you give a shit about what people say?
I think that's Dave's doing it for a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's an OG in the influence management world.
So I feel like
OG.
it's very easy to separate like real and what's for press.
Yeah.
That is his brain. That's how it works.
Yeah, but for me, like say if I was really sad after a breakup and someone, like I'm heartbroken, and then your management was like, okay, well what you need to do is put some mascara in your eyes, go crying down Oxford Circus. And I'm like, no. Like I am actually sad and I don't want anyone to comment on me looking sad, like what the fuck, but that's just me. But then I wonder if I'm being stupid and missing out on a load of money because I fucking love me some money. Do you know what I mean?
think in all honesty, like I think you'd really struggle with the fake stuff because I don't think you're very good at like...
I'm not very good at like being, I'm not very good at not being fake, but like forcing something.
Yes.
It's just like I've not got a very good poker face is what I'm saying. Like you could tell I wouldn't be enjoying it. You know, as much money as there is. Look, but I am saying never say never. Never. It's literally so good. Like I respect anyone that does it. You know, if you're having a showmance, long may it fucking prosper for you. I love that for you, you know? Go you. What else have we got on? So we're going to the screening. So next weekend, I'm going to Ibiza. I saw actually loads of influencers going to Ibiza today. I don't know. Do you know why? They're all going on a trip.
What influencers?
Lots of Love Islanders. I saw on, what was I watching? Danica and Liberty I saw.
Oh.
They were at the airport this morning. I don't know what they're doing. But anyways, we're going next weekend for a very special trip. I can't actually say what it is because it is still secret, but you will know when we're in Ibiza. We're actually going on like a little girls trip, and then I'm actually going out with Mariam and Adiola for the second half of my trip, so really excited for that. We've never been on holiday. I don't think we've had a sleepover. We haven't. We've never had a sleepover. Oh no, Mariam, I've been to Ibiza with Mariam, but Adiola I haven't, so I'm very excited for the vibes. And I kind of just keep speaking about stuff I can't speak about, but just know that I love those girls. I'm very excited.
I can't wait to get them back on.
Same.
After, maybe?
I was sat at home, and where me and Millie live, we've got a private, like, gated drive. okay? And we got like cameras and stuff, and I was chilling at home and the camera's gone off. I was like, fuck, what the fuck? Like it only comes off if someone is on physically on our drive. So it was like the middle of the day, Millie was coming back, like I hadn't locked the drive for like 2 minutes, but I've learned my fucking lesson. And I saw someone come on, like look quite young in like a tracksuit, not insinuating anything, but I did shit me up. He came all the way on the drive on his little scooter, looked in my car window, much to shock horror, you know, I've got a steering wheel lock and I've got Ghost and I've got like the other security. Like you can't, you know, I'd like you to not steal my car, please. He drove all the way up, looked in my window and was like this. And then I think he clocked that I had a steering wheel lock and whatever. And then he drove back off. I was like, fuck, I've literally just been, you know, staked out. I've been staked out. It was staked out. The sun was still up. Who stakes out when the sun's up? Also, not trying to inspire anyone to do nighttime stakeouts, but what if I literally shit my pants? So I was really scared. Shut the gate, obviously, and you know now I'm literally keeping it shut. But then, so last night, what day is it today? Thursday. So last night, Wednesday night, there was a huge storm. I didn't hear it. I was fucking asleep. I woke up this morning at 6 and I'd seen the Ring doorbell gone off at 4. I was like, oh my God, my car's been nicked. Car's been nicked. He's come back. It wasn't. It was just a storm. But yeah.
Does the doorbell go off when there's like movement?
Well, yeah, we got a Ring doorbell, but we also have like security cameras for like when you cross the gate. Right, okay, so that's what's going on. I'm going to Ibiza. I've not been in the gym this week, so I've had about 10 hangovers in a row, so slay. Right, what's happened this week? Baby reindeer viewers issued legal warning over naming stalker from Netflix series online.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I did see like they'd found the Twitter, hadn't they? I'm not going to name her name because I'm not trying to get fucking case.
No, don't. She's denying it as well, saying that he made it up.
But wouldn't you deny it as well? Like, I don't want to be.
I also have seen the show, so like, I'm not surprised that she would deny it.
No, I just realised it's not me, lol. I just thought he was a comedian, you know? I'm kind of, I don't know if I feel bad for it, but no, she's unwell.
Yeah, very.
If if it is accurate to what was portrayed in the series, then you are unwell. He's also unwell.
Yeah.
You know, but what are we getting out of finding this woman? She's not in the series. Like it's been, also, did she consent to having this documentary made?
Well,
you know?
Exactly. That's why I think the legal issues are, is because he did the whole thing being like, I've protected her identity. And then people have paid for the Twitter extension so you can go further back.
What the fuck? Get a hobby.
Crazy?
Get a hobby.
Touch grass.
That's really strange. What? Like this, you know, you could, if it is accurate, I keep saying it because I don't want to keep just calling this random person. It might not even be her, but if they're unwell, like, what are you getting out of making a TikTok video saying you found her? I obviously saw it and I, you know, watched it. But I wasn't going out looking. I find it very strange. Do you know what it is? It's like voyeurism in a way.
It is voyeurism. And I think it's also like really just quite disrespectful of him even, because he specifically said, please don't try and find the real people in this documentary. Like,
but then is it more for him? Because why did you make it so easy for them to find her if you were protecting her so much? What did you expect?
Well, yeah, that begs the question of why did you use like the actual tweets that she wrote?
Yeah.
What you'd have to really do is type one of those in and hope that something comes up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you should have made the trial a little bit harder. I don't know. I just think that's all bad vibes, that one. Oh, Peaky Blinders movie's confirmed. I've never seen Peaky Blinders. I've tried it. Have you?
Have you actually never seen the Peaky Blinders?
No, not seen that. I tried Breaking Bad. Didn't like Breaking Bad.
Didn't like Breaking Bad.
What's the other one with dragons in it?
Game of Thrones.
Couldn't get into that. Succession.
I stopped watching Succession.
Yeah.
Boring.
I've literally tried it maybe 5 times now. 5 times.
I've seen the first episode 4 times.
Same, and it's so dark. It's all dark, but it's
slow.
The house.
It's slow and businessy and like. Ugh.
No, I watched most recently. I watched Baby Reindeer, and before that, I watched The Gentleman, and that's it. Oh, I actually watched what did Jessica do the other day? You watched that?
What's that?
It's a fucking thing where my memory is a bit haywire. But her parents are dead, and she's I think, or maybe her mum's dead, her dad's not. I think one of them's dead, and she's being questioned by the police. And she's saying, she's called the police, and she's like, help, someone shot my mum and dad, you know, they're downstairs, and then she goes in for police questioning, and like her story just doesn't add up. And she basically set up her mum and dad for like this drug dealer who she was seeing. How fucking crazy have you got to be?
What?
Yeah, I think that's right.
In America or in the UK?
America, obviously.
What the heck?
Yeah, what the heck? She did that. Jessica
Do you like
did
a
that
murder
shit.
program? Is that like your vibe?
I've got to be in the mood for it. Me, I'm a reality queen.
Yeah,
I love
me
that
too.
shit. I'm keeping up with Towie, ATM, TBH.
How's Freddie getting on?
Freddie's getting on well. You can tell like he just loves it. loves it, which is good. Obviously, it's nice to see someone enjoying their job. Yeah, I've been watching it. What I've got to say is Amber Turner's body is carved by the gods. Have you seen her?
What is she doing?
What are you eating for breakfast? Because her body is insane. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
God, I remember when she first came on.
Anyway.
Yeah, she's beautiful. A lot of people say Millie looks like her.
Yeah, I do see that.
Yeah, I think it's maybe the nose. Might be
maybe.
shit.
They've got quite like a sweet doll-like face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been watching Towie. Why do you watch murder things?
No, I hate it. I won't sleep. I won't.
Oh right, that's kind of bad. Don't watch that. I don't like horror shit.
Oh no.
I went and did VR the other day, which is so much fun. Everyone should go and do VR. It's fucking jokes.
Well, like virtual reality.
Yeah, so fun. I did it on Sunday. But it's knackering, like, because you're just constantly doing shit. But we did it up London, but there was like all my friends, well, the two friends I went with, wanted to do like this horror movie one. I was like, I'm not fucking doing that.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I'm not doing it. I don't want to be scared for no reason. It's not fun. Like, Millie loves horror movies so much. She's got a Freddy Krueger like blanket, which I've made her hide under the stairs.
That's terrifying.
I know, and like it's where our washing machine is. So every time I go do my washing, I have to like not look to the right. I want to see that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't bring it to Ibiza, which brings me to today's sponsor of the pod, because I am getting prepped for my Ibiza trip this year, and I want some really like cool, fun, like little brands. You know, I don't want to be in a bikini that half of Instagram's worn. Okay, do you know what I mean? My problem could be your problem, because I could shop in your little boutique if you run it through Shopify. Shopify connects you with potential customers just like me, who is an addict, a shopping addict. Whether you're selling products to make holiday skin glow or sunglasses, keep people looking fit, even with a raging hangover, Shopify simplifies selling online and in person so you can successfully grow your business. And it also covers all your sales channels, so you can even sell across social media on things like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. What's a good thing is, like, you know, if it comes up on Instagram and it pops up and I like it, I'm buying that shit in under 10 seconds. Shopify is already full of industry-leading tools to ignite your growth. It gives you complete control over your business and your brand without learning like all the skills and doing all the behind the scenes. Thanks to award-winning help and an extensive business course library, okay, Shopify is already ready to support your success every step of the way, okay? No matter how big you want to grow, Shopify will be there to empower you with the confidence and control to take your business to the next level. Time to get serious about selling, and you need to get Shopify today if that's your forte. You can sign up for a £1 per month trial period at shopify.co.uk/Chloe. That's all lowercase. So all you need to do is go to shopify.co.uk/Chloe to take your business to the next level today. So an absolutely huge, massive, enormous, tremendous, as George Clark would say, thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this week's pod. I love ya. Actually, have you watched her documentary?
Her latest one?
Yeah, you know, where she was kind of sent to that like cult.
No.
Oh my God, you need to watch it. Paris Hilton was like woken up in the night and sent to this like school for bad girls, but it was like they treat her horribly. It's awful. And it's really common in America. They get sent to these places. There's actually a documentary, I think it's similar vibes. Can't remember what it's called. The other day on Netflix, and it's like these girls who were sent to this school, and it was just, you know, their parents sent them there maybe because they were bad vibes, and the school just treated them like absolute shit. But what I'm saying is, Paris Hilton actually spoke about how she has to change laptop like every few months because she gets hacked and stuff like that.
Well, she at one point have like 7 phones?
Yes.
That's her thing.
Yeah. And she has a room, I don't know, like this is in a documentary, she has just loads of MacBooks everywhere. It's insane.
Did you ever watch any of her programs from like
Yes,
back
The
in
Simple
day?
Life I fucking love. They should bring it back. I want to do it.
Did you watch the
That's
one where
hot.
she like auditioned people to be her best friend?
I think I did. I fucking did. I did.
She'd be like, TTYN.
Yes. Oh my God, TTYN. God, that was really taking me back. I have definitely watched that. I am like one of her number one fans, and she literally needs to unblock me on Twitter so I can tell her.
Why did she block you on Twitter?
I don't know. Like, it was really true. It's like back in the day. So she hasn't blocked me on my new one, which is, great news. I'm about to have a really good day tweeting her non-stop. Oop, I won't. I'll literally just do it once.
Love you, Paris.
Right. I love you, Paris. TTYN. Talk to you now.
Talk to you now.
Now.
RN.
Right. They also got Audrina Partridge from The Hills. Best series ever. They took jewelry, her passport. What the fuck are you doing with her passport? Her laptop, computer, and custom fit jeans. The value of what they took was estimated to be around $43,000. God, she was up in The Hills.
Yeah.
Fuck?
She was up.
She was up.
And they apparently, like, the stuff that they stole, they just, like, wore around. Like, there was no fear from them. They were just, like, these, like, audacious kids that were like, yeah, we can get away with this.
Do you know what? Yeah, America is a weird place. It's a very weird place. That's strange.
You just wouldn't get away with it now, though. Like,
no.
I don't
There are
think.
probably people robbing all the time, do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like the robbing phones in London is out of fucking control. You can't have your phone out.
No.
You literally can't.
I got my AirPods nicked the other day.
See, what the fuck? That's really annoying. Orlando Bloom and Miranda Kerr, they took a large amount of high fashion label clothing. Bloom's vintage Rolex, why can't I speak? Bloom's vintage Rolex watch collection. Yeah, we already knew he had money, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton luggage, slay. Not slay, I don't mean that. Like, obviously they've got Louis Vuitton luggage. And artworks. Oh my God, changing half a million. I thought it said 6 million. I'm literally need to start bringing my glasses to set. Lindsay Lohan, fucking leave her alone, you weirdos. They allegedly stole $130,000 worth of clothes and jewelry from Lohan's home in Hollywood Hills.
Apparently, Lindsay Lohan is how they got caught, though, because she had security around the pool.
Good.
And it was genuinely just a group of, like, school kids. They were just like...
Like, how old are we talking?
I think they were, like, 15, 16. Young.
That's really strange.
Yeah, and then one of them, Alexis Nears, I think her name was, got like a whole reality show off the back of it.
I told you, America is weird.
And there's this amazing clip, let me find it for you, of her finding out so like People magazine wrote a piece about them, like doing the robberies. And she's crying because they like got the wrong label of her clothes. They're like the suspect wore Louboutins, and she's like, I'm not even wearing a Louboutin.
Show me what she looks like. I want to see that, guys. What the fuck? And so they all went to jail 2 years, 4 years. I think if you rob someone's home, like that's really disgusting. Like that's a real invasion of privacy and violation. Right. Yep. So she kind of looks like on the left is Maria from Towie. Remember her, Maria Fowler?
Where's the lovely Maria
Where is
Fowler
Maria
tonight?
Fowler? Where is Maria Fowler? Don't know. Love that Lauren Goodger's back on it, by the way. I love her.
Is she back?
Yeah, she's back on Towie.
Oh my God, I should watch it. I haven't watched any of this season.
Yeah.
What's happening?
So like, there's the Dan and Ella stuff that's kind of come up. I think it really just shows Amber Turner is like, God, it's like an Amber Turner, I love you, bod. But I really respect how she's handling it. Like she's just being so lovely and nice. Like that could never be me. I just wouldn't talk about it. Yeah, so she's been, so there's that. Sophie and Jordan got beef with Junaid.
That's been ongoing though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they spoke about it when they were here.
Yeah, they did.
They did. So that happened.
Oh, can we talk like Sophie and Jordan in your doc?
Yeah.
When they talked about the press guest.
Oh, and she's getting pregnant.
Broke my heart.
Yeah, me too. I feel so sorry. I love Sophie. Like, she's so lovely. So lovely. And like, that's really sad. Like, that's nasty for them to do that. I think that should be illegal.
I think
because you can't out someone. Like, you're not allowed to out someone. So why can you out them for the thing you think they're pregnant? You shouldn't be able to do that.
You're not allowed to out somebody for what though? What's
like
the rule?
I don't actually know the rule, but basically someone I knew like a few years ago I worked with, they said that if they ever got a partner, they could never be photographed with them. They could never leak the pictures. And also say, for example, say if I was hiding that I was like bisexual or like lesbian, they're not allowed to out you. They're not allowed to put it in the press. Like even if you're seen with a girl on a date, you've never said you're a lesbian, they're not allowed to start the dating rumors is what I think it is.
Got you.
Don't know if that's right. Could be really wrong.
someone said that he was your boyfriend.
I know. Well, so
But that's not true.
I actually spoke to Dr. Bethany Usher, her name is. She was in the documentary. I spoke to her. She was only in a little bit, but I actually did speak to her for like 2-3 hours. She was so interesting.
I bet.
And she said, number one, it's not a new thing that like people are obsessed with quote unquote famous celebrities. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we have many in the UK like celebrities, but do you know what I mean? Like people in the know. And she said it's actually been since like the 1800s, and people are obsessed with like all these, what are they called? Socialites? I don't know if that's but everyone was obsessed with these. So it's like, it's just part of our culture. So is that. And then she said as well, like when writing an article, for example, Daily Mail, they don't even see, I thought, you know, you have to get a few facts and write a whole article and it has to be approved. No. They got a ready-made template where you basically click and drag shit in. Yeah. That's what journalism is these days. I don't know if anyone gets this yet, but like when I've got more than 4 messages, I can't hack it.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Why?
Like,
So overwhelming.
it's too much. And then I don't reply. Like I won't reply for a few days. So I kind of ignore. I just looked at my phone then and I have 10 different chats. I need to answer questions about this screening tonight, but I'm overwhelmed. I didn't organise it and you got the invite. Can you not email the person? Like it's you know. Leave me alone. But then so what I'll do is I'll ignore them now. And then if anyone messages on top in like the next hour, I'll reply to just that message.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's like, I feel like we're both quite similar in that. So if I know I need something from you urgently, I'll just keep messaging you.
Yeah.
Like you do the same with me.
Yeah. I'll just ping it. And then you can reply when you need to. But with me, if I think about it, I have to send it. I'm not going to remember tomorrow at 9 a.m. Like I'm texting you at 11 because I've thought of it. And that's just in the atmosphere now. Because I'm not going to remember. I think it's an ADHD thing.
Yeah, maybe.
There's so many things that I'd fucking tell you.
Go on.
So I asked my Snapchat this morning, what should we talk about on the pod? And so someone said uni, but some people have said ADHD. So I got diagnosed after Love Island. I've seen 2 different doctors, both like down high shit. I spent a lot of money. I went private, okay, because I was fortunate enough to do that. So I've got it before all of you saying I'm throwing it around. She's been diagnosed. I've got the emails. So whatever. I also got checked for autism. They said I didn't have autism. So there's that. Anyways, someone said, I think it was on TikTok, right? So it wasn't one of the doctors. It was like on TikTok and it was like, girls who have ADHD, this is like really common that they mask it. So it's very different to how boys show it in younger ages. And like, but they have stuff going on in their head all the time, right? But it's not thoughts. It's like counting, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like constantly counting. When I was younger, and it made me realize, and I still do it to this day, not as much, but when I was younger, does everyone remember like the Nokia phones where it had the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you could text? So on the number 2, it would be like ABC, DEF, GHI, JKL, it was split up, right? When people used to talk to me, in my head, I would be writing out. So for example, I think I have to like tell you. So if you said to me, what you doing? I would go in my head, not the numbers, but like the letter sequence. I'll go WGHAT, WXY, MNO2U, DMNO, GHI, MNG, like what you doing? And I would be doing that in my head when you talk to me all the time.
I was actually talking about you because my housemate also has ADHD.
Right.
And I think in girls, it looks very different to how it looks in boys.
Yeah, it does. Definitely does.
But I was talking about you and I was like, I'm so used to watching you and seeing you. Like I can see when 1,000 things are suddenly happening in your brain. And it really does just hit you.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And
it
it's
does.
the same as my housemate. Like so you'll be talking to her and I'm like, she's gone. I've lost her. So whatever train of thought is like.
Yeah.
Because some people it's like, they like start one thing and they need to go and do something else.
Yeah.
Yours is way more like there is just so much happening all at once.
Yeah, but I do that at home. Yeah. Like, for example, like if I'm cooking dinner, I like to clean as I go because I don't like doing it at the end because it's overwhelming. I don't like a big thing. But like I'll clean as I go, so I like wash it and then I'll put the dishwasher, I'll leave the dishwasher open and I'll be like, oh fuck, I need to go and refill my toilet paper upstairs. So I just go and do that. And then as I'm on the way, I'm like, I need to take my washing. So I won't do the toilet paper, I'll then take all my washing downstairs. And then I've not checked if the washing machine's free. It's not. So then I'll just dump it on the floor, look around and then I'll be like, are you okay? But then I'm like, now's a good time for a drink. So I like look in the fridge and I won't know what I'm looking for, and I'll stand there for ages, and then I'll end up eating chocolate. Like, what the fuck? It's so bad. It's really like, ask Millie, like, but she's so used to it now, like it doesn't faze her. But when we first moved in, like I was constantly, I get really annoyed at myself. I get really frustrated, and I'm like, oh, what is it? Someone said like, how do you deal with things? I actually don't. I'm very notorious for not dealing with it. I don't have a routine. So I think before Love Island, it wasn't obvious, because if I had a routine, like I was kind of cool, knew what I was doing, whatever. But I just have these weird things. Like I have to know what everyone else is doing all the time. Like I don't give a shit. Like I do not care. Like Millie could be going to Wales, whatever, but I need to know what day she's in Wales. I don't know why. I need to know, and I'll be thinking about it. And I'll be like, don't ask her. That's really weird and intrusive. Like, why are you saying how many days are you in Wales for? You sound like a fucking crazy person. But I just need to know. It is nothing to. So we've bought a calendar, which we've got on our fridge now. So now I know what she's doing all the time. But even like my mum, I've got all my friends on Fine Friends, and my friend Ollie, who's Ollie Lee. I speak to him all the time. I just need to know what he's doing now. I don't know. So like when I'm talking to boys, which I haven't done in a while, but I like communicate. I have to be with somebody. I need to know what you're doing. I don't fucking care. You could be at the strip club, like that might annoy me, but do you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing this week? What have you got on? And if you're like randomly out and about and you've not said it, I'm kind of like, well, that's really weird. Like you know, it's so innocent, but it's not. So that really overwhelms me. If I've got, for example, today, I've got to come from my pod, and then I've got to go from my pod, I've got to go up to Soho, I've got to have a meeting, I'm going from Soho, I'm going to my screening, and like, that's overwhelming. So I'm already in a bad mood in the morning because I've got so much to do. I'm going to do it, but I'm already overwhelmed that I've got all this stuff to do and I need to think about, and I need to like be different for. Like for my pod, I'm obviously very different when I'm on my pod. Where I'm in a meeting, I need to be switching on my meeting. I don't know if I'm going to be concentrating in that meeting because I know that I've got my screening after, and I'll be thinking about that. Do you know what I mean? And everyone was like, oh, let's go and get drinks and that after. I'm like, I can't do 4 things in one day. Like I will physically implode. I'll implode.
But then like you, out of everybody that I work with, like if I'm like, we're doing 3 pods in a day, you're like, okay, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Whereas like some people would be like, that's a lot. Like how am I gonna, whereas you're just like, okay.
We've got to work. We've got to get the pods to the people.
So much.
Yeah, I do. What I will say is like my management, what the fuck are you doing with my calendar? Like, so it was a day, literally not even 24 hours after I'd landed from Australia, that I was up filming something, which I'm dreading coming out. I don't fucking know what happened there. But I will do it. I want to do it. You know, if I'm not busy, I'm annoyed.
24 hours as well, I came to your house and filmed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We landed from Australia. We knew we needed to get a pod out. So Molly came to our house. We literally didn't know what plan. It was the one where we did it with Liam. Obviously, we're at home. Literally no idea what was going on, filmed pod. That's fine. The next morning, I've got up and I've got to go and film this thing. I'm like, it was bad. And when it comes out, I don't know if I'll watch it because I literally don't know what's planning. Landed from LA, 24 hours later, I'm doing the voiceover for my documentary. Like, that's just what it is. But if I'm not busy and I'm alone with my thoughts, it's not a good time. Like, I'd rather be busy on the go. But yeah, I do think like with my moods as well, I'm either like really fine or really pissed off. That's the in-betweens. And that's it. I don't know why we spoke about that, but someone did ask us to talk about it. So we're just providing a service at the end of the day.
Do you want to talk about uni as well?
Yeah, loads of people asked me about uni. So I got a couple DMs of girls who are at the Uni of Liverpool, which is where I went, Uni of. There you go. And they were just kind of asking me about my experience. I graduated 10 years ago. So no, I didn't. That was a big fat lie. I didn't. Nope, that I graduated 6 years ago. 2018. Ooh, so in 2015, 2018. They were just kind of asking me about my life. The first year I was in halls. The first year was weird, man. I was like in a weird halls with like people I don't talk to today. Which is fine. I made the mistake of like going for the really expensive halls, which is where like, you know, mature students like randomers go. So, luckily I had a friend who I worked with, Vanessa, who was still best mates now. She was in the halls like, so I was in Crown Court. She was in, fucking can't remember where it is, but it was near the library, if the library's still where it used to be. So I just used to walk there, and she had some like good friends. Actually, yeah. So that first year was like weird. First year doesn't count, but like weirdly I studied really hard and did quite well.
I was going to say, did like ADHD affect the way you studied at all? So, do you think?
I can like really, I know I can hyper, like one thing I'm good at is learning. And if I want to learn it or I need to learn it, I will learn it. So I have to really hyper focus. But I've learned that the word is stimulated. So like so what I would do, and everyone would take the piss out of me, obviously I didn't know I had ADHD at this point, everyone just thought it was really strange, is I would go to the library. What is it called? Oh God, my memory's so bad. I'd go to the library at like, everyone who was sweating at 6 a.m, yeah, that wasn't me. I'm not an early riser. I would get there at like 10 and then be there till like 8 or 9, because you only got a good few hours with you, and like I would distract a lot. If I wasn't in the zone, I would be distracting outside, going for a coffee, going for a Starbucks, like whatever. But I would like have the book. So my process was, obviously they give you a slide deck. So I'd go through the slide deck and I'd write it out 7 times. But whilst I was writing out the slide deck, I've got friends playing. Like I've got a I've got 2 windows up on my laptop. So I'd have friends playing and I'd be doing the thing and I would be writing it down. And then I would get the book, but I would have friends on series 1 to 10, and which over and over and over again. I wasn't paying attention to it, but it's just, I needed something. I realized as well now, when I can't sleep, because like, for whatever, I've really struggled to go to sleep. But I'll put my big headphones on and I'll listen to the Basement Yard podcast, but like on really low volume. I can't hear it, I'm not paying attention, but I'll literally be in a coma. I would just pass out in like 2 minutes. So that's weird. It's really weird with me. I'm aware though, like I always need this noise.
Do you watch the same shows like again and again?
Oh yeah, I've seen Suits. What do you watch?
I watched New Girl.
I wanted to start watching that the other day. I love New Girl. I used to watch it years ago.
Have you ever seen Dave on Disney Plus?
No.
It's about a rapper called Dave. Actually, Lil Dicky is his name. He's the one who wrote the song about Kendall Jenner.
No.
Oh, well, I've seen that. I reckon I've seen that 12 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I just watched, and Sex and the City. I just watched the same show.
I do like Sex and the City. But again, like I didn't watch these. I think I have to have watched it when I was like between 16 and 20. And then I haven't really picked up anything else. You know, I watch these Netflix things, but I'm not passionate. Like Suits I have watched genuinely, I reckon, no exaggeration, 50 times.
Yeah, I think I've watched Suits at least 10.
Yeah. Friends, that's got to be in the hundreds. I must have watched it because I watch it in the morning when I get ready. I'm watching it when I'm cleaning my room. Millie also watches it all the time. Like it's constantly on in our house. Friends. That Brooklyn Nine-Nine, if you fucking watch that.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's so good. Again, I've probably watched that like 10 times.
Do you know what that is though? Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Friends would have just been on, like playing on E4.
Yeah.
Probably like 18, 19. So it's probably like that's where it's like.
Yeah, like I've subconsciously picked that up. Whereas Suits, I just randomly started one day and just fell in love with Harvey Specter. I fucking love you, Harvey. I fucking love him.
I love him.
So good. Series I can't get into. Like I can't watch a cartoon. Like I don't get Rick and Morty.
I've tried really hard. I don't love cartoon. I like stuff that could be real but isn't.
Yeah, I'm the same. Rick and Morty, like Family Guy, literally not funny. I don't get that. Liam put it on the other day and I just like, I couldn't get down with it. American Dad's the same. I didn't like The Simpsons growing up, but it was always on before and after Hollyoaks. So I just watched it, but I didn't like it.
No, I did. I feel like that's a dangerous thing to say because people love The Simpsons, but like.
That's okay.
It just doesn't.
Stopped now?
The Simpsons?
I swear they've stopped.
Should I Google it?
Yeah, is The Simpsons still going? I tell you a good thing you should fucking watch. You'll love it. My ex-boyfriend from years ago, like he won't like, I don't think he'll mind me saying he hates this pod. We're mates, like we're mates now. Nothing more because we've known each other for fucking years. It's so funny because when we were seeing each other, we used to lie to each other. We would lie. Oh my God, about what we were doing, where we were. Because that was my 5-year situation. And we would just lie. But he was like, a bit cool, like a bit road, you know what I mean? Like and I remember I went to his once and I found a Curb Your Enthusiasm DVD. That is the best series ever. It's so good. It's about the man who wrote Seinfeld.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
Well, isn't there like a new season out or something like that?
Oh, I don't know. I need to watch that. But like, it's just about this man. And he's just like he's like a billionaire because of Seinfeld, which I think is like, was just before, it was like the older version of Friends.
Like the OG sitcom, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, Everybody Loves Raymond. That's good.
I love
that.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Love that. You used to watch that before as well.
Same.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because it was always on Channel 4. I just always watch Channel 4. And that is not a paid ad, by the way. That's just true. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Gabriel Diesman. Larry, his name is Larry David. Larry David. He's so funny. And like, he just does weird shit. And like, he was like seeing this woman and then he wasn't. And then he like opened his house up to this man. Oh, God, it's so funny. Everyone needs to watch Gabriel Diesman.
I'll pop
I
that
can
on
start watching it again. It's really funny. You can just dip in and out. You don't have to watch it like one after the other. Although like characters you kind of need to get to know. But yeah, that's so good. I don't even know why I started talking about that.
Uni, because you need something to focus on.
Yeah, there's that. One thing I'll say,
Anybody ever questions your ADHD diagnosis, I'm going to play them that.
Yeah, it's just that. Second year, so they asked me like where I would go out. I would go out always Monday, Brooklyn Mixer, because they played like on a night out, I want to dance, I want to sing, but I don't want to listen to like cheesy pop. I'm not a pop world gal. So they were on a Monday, you either went to Brooklyn Mixer or you went to Heebie Jeebies. No, you didn't. You'd go to the Raz. And I never fucking went to the Raz.
Raz?
The Raz is like where all the people doing medicine and that would go. And like it was like cheesy pop. I'm really generalizing, but that's what I thought. And like Brooklyn Mixer is where the sexy people would go. And I was one of them. So that was good. It's so funny. I'm just thinking about what I'd wear on a night out. It was hilarious. This was pre-boob job. Right?
I think about this all the time. I used to go out in nothing. Like, literally the smallest little top, basically a belt as a skirt.
Yeah. And like these wedges. What the fuck? But I used to go out when I was like 16, 17, I used to go out this before uni. I used to go out to Oxford, and those were my bad outfits. At uni, it wasn't bad. I would wear the American Apparel halter neck bodysuit. Yes. Remember, everyone had it. So that was the best halter neck bodysuit ever made, with the Topshop Joni skinny jeans and like black Air Max. It would be all black Air Maxes I would wear, and that's what I just would wear every night out. I wouldn't wear anything else. But I had no boobs, and I remember like this is like first year, no, I think it was second year. I was like there, and there was like some quite good looking boys there. God, I've really grown up. Some like fit boys, and they were like dancing near us. And then he looked down at me. I thought he was gonna like make a move, and he was like, "When are you gonna grow boobs?" So I was like, I'm gonna buy them soon when I get some money, but I'm on a student fucking way. Also, I did something really bad. I don't know if I should admit to this. So in second year, I lived with my friend Vanessa and two boys. We lived in Smithdown. Like if you're from Liverpool, you know all the students live in Smithdown. Well, no, we lived at the top of Smithdown, so we're like Russell Road. In third year, I lived at Ferndale Road, which was like proper Smithdown. But we lived on Russell Road. And actually, oh my God, it's so funny. I remember this. Our toilet got blocked, right? I'd been at uni and my mate texted me and he was like, "You need to come home. Like we've got, this is actually really funny." So he's like, "You need to come home. We've had an absolute fucking mare." I was like, "Okay, coming." So we come home and our toilet had blocked, but where we lived on top of like where all the maybe drains interconnected, and they had exploded in our garden, and there was human shit all over our garden. It was honestly, we never went in the garden again. There was human shit bugging everywhere. It's disgusting, right? So we've called our landlord, who literally hates us. We're like, "Please, can you come? Like, we've got a fucking problem, mate." We couldn't flush any toilets. Like, there wasn't like shit in the toilets, but it was just all exploding in the garden. So he's come down, had a look, and he was like, "Okay, I'll get it cleaned up." We're like, No, we need a plumber. Like, what the fuck? So he's like, yeah, whatever. He literally hated us. He obviously didn't want students living in his house, but you put it on student whatever. So he sends on this mate and these houses, they're really old. I think they were built like after World War II, and they just like banged up all these houses. Do you know what I mean? So like they're really old. So one of my mates lived in what probably should have been our lounge. That was his bedroom, and it had like these French doors, but they weren't like sealed. His room was always cold. Obviously backed onto the garden where the shit was. So our landlord sent around his mate with like a jet washer. And he's gone to clean up the garden, but what he's done is sprayed the human shit into my mate's room. And it was like where the gap in the wall was, there was just a line of like human. Oh my God, it was so bad. I think we all went home. He wouldn't even put us up in a hotel. I like fucking shit landlord.
Uni landlords are crazy.
Ours in third year though, he was really nice. He was cool, but he did turn up a lot.
Oh,
and
that feels inappropriate.
Yeah, but he worked on oil rigs, so he wasn't really there a lot. But yeah, he would just like turn around at me. I live with like my like girl mates in third year, and we like, our house was really nice actually. We all had fucking huge rooms, humongous.
But isn't it mad that they can just like make your living room a bedroom and make like an extra £600 a month?
I know. But like no one had like a good, like if you had a good living area, that's where prees were. We never had prees at ours because our lounge was literally the size of this sofa. We didn't care. Obviously we were at uni. We really didn't care. So that was fine. But my mate lived on the top floor and she literally had an apartment to herself.
Yeah, that was the maddest thing about uni houses is like some people would be in like a shoebox.
Yeah, so one of the girls was in a shoebox, but she didn't care. Like she was quite a free spirit. I think she's a nurse now.
And also they pay less, so live, laugh, love.
No,
somebody else has got like a whole flat upstairs. And how is this the same house?
That was the vibes. But like I really didn't enjoy the house in the second year. But we basically, me and my friend Vanessa, we just didn't know who to live with, and like we kind of left it late. But I think in first year, everyone makes the mistake of like deciding who you're going to live with like 2 months in. A lot's going to happen. So we thought we're going to leave it till after Christmas because our friendship group, they did change. Like we were hanging around with these girls that I literally don't know what they're doing now. I don't know who they are. But like, yeah, our friendship group changed. And so we ended up living with like a boy who was on my course and then his mate and his other mate. And like, it was just like a weird dynamic. Also like, it wasn't very well lit. It was quite a dark house. I was also really in the depths of my situationship where I was in a living house. So I was like either at London or at my mum's. I never was at uni in second year. Still managed to get first though. But yeah, that was uni. I don't really know what else I can talk about. Like I really have a bad memory. Oh, so it was booking a mix of Mondays. I didn't go out on a Tuesday because I had like hangover. Level Wednesdays. Level used to be the club, but the girls replied to me, said Level's shit now. So rest in peace, Level. Level used to be so good. Second floor Level was it. And there was always this boy who was always there, and he was like always in like a fur coat, like sat in the corner. It was very strange. Friday we would go to, I think it's called Arc, which I think is still cool. I don't fucking know. And then on Saturday we'd maybe go Level or go up the business districts, but those were just my nights out. But then in second year I got into like D&B raving, so I went to 24 Kitchen Street to go and watch like Flavor D, TQD. Like I was really having a raver stage. And then in third year it was house parties in third year because the first years felt so young, so everyone just had house parties, so like every couple of weeks it'd be a massive house party. But we were all like really studying in third year. Like, well, I wasn't, but like my friends were, so I couldn't do anything, so I was just watching Suits. I think that's where I started watching Suits. So yeah, that was uni. Not really a lot to say. I mean, if you guys want to know more, you can ask me. What I did it, done it, got my degree. Have I ever used it? Nope. Didn't even get a job in marketing for like years. So I've actually never got a job from an interview.
What?
Never in my life have I ever got a job from an interview.
How do you get jobs?
So when I was 14, I worked in Chinese takeaway and my cousin worked there. And if you were cool in Bicester, everyone worked in the Sunwa, the Wahong. I was the main one. I was Wahong in town. So I was there. So my cousin got me the job there. And then I worked in Jack Wills. My cousin's boyfriend got me the job there. Then I worked in Hugo Boss. My cousin got me the job there. And then I worked at a little financial advisor firm in Bicester after uni, like during third year as a paraplanner. But my dad got me that job because it was his financial advisor. And then the job up London, I didn't get an interview for that. I saw it on LinkedIn, but it was for the same company that I was working for. So they did like an internal hire and just like bumped me up. They're like, yeah, when you start. I was like, great, didn't get an interview there. Then Love Island, and they found me.
That's kind of crazy.
But fuck me if I had a lot of interviews. I just never got the job.
Oh, right. I thought you were just like, I just never even had to get one.
No, like we're in the January before Love Island, I was trying so hard to get a new job. Like I genuinely never hated a job as much as that. I've not had loads, but fucking hate that job so much. I was trying my absolute hardest to get a new job, and I don't interview well. I get embarrassed. I get flustered. I start sweating. I don't know the answer. And also I'd kind of don't know what the word is, but I kind of got myself stuck in a financial services corner because that's like the years. I didn't want to work there, but it's what I'd ended up in. And financial services money is better than so I was doing marketing, but for a financial services firm, and I was being paid double. I would be paid at like a fashion brand or something. So obviously, who fucking wants to write about pensions and ISAs? Apparently me. But it is proving to be quite useful. Should have learned that in school. But yeah, so there was that. But then when I would go for the jobs I wanted to work at a makeup brand or, an agency, they were like, we've never done that before and you only talk about pensions. And I was like, yeah, transferable skills. Never got it. So that's that.
Now.
Look at me now, big pension slayer.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to come to you for pension advice.
Yeah, you should. Although I'm like a few years out of touch and the markets are always changing. Do you know what I mean?
Wow, that was so businessy. A few years out of touch and the markets are always changing.
They're always changing. I think it's a bull market. I don't fucking know what that means. I don't know anything about crypto.
Should we end it?
Yeah, I think that's a good note to end it on. Do you know what I mean? Thank you all for joining me for my lovely little solo pod. Everyone go watch my documentary. I know I should be plugging my pod, but go and watch my documentary, Channel 4, Love in the Limelight, it's called. You can stream it on Channel 4 or YouTube. Keep an eye out next week when I'm in Ibiza, because something big is fucking coming and I know you're all going to want it, so look up for that. And just have lovely times. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.